Disinformation on the Internet. Postman's point. In Amusing Ourselves to Death, Postman claims that TV news produces a disinformation where people think they are totally informed or given the full story. He claims that TV is changing the meaning of being informed. Postman defines disinformation as information that is misleading, misplaced, irrelevant, fragmented, or superficial. He also says that disinformation creates the illusion of knowing something, but which in fact leads one away from knowing. The internet only fuels this and makes it even worse. Twitter. Tweets can go viral with thousands of people seeing the tweets within hours. The information given in these tweets is not always true. However, some people assume that just because it is on the internet that it's true. Many people see these tweets and assume they have the whole story. Example number 1. This is a tweet from September 30th, 2012. Kara Alongi, a teenage girl from New Jersey, tweeted this. The tweet went viral and thousands of people retweeted it. Then people learned that Alongi was missing from her house and that her parents could not find her. More people started tweeting about it, telling people to be on the lookout for the girl. People assumed that what Kara Alongi tweeted was true and were genuinely worried that something bad had happened to her. #HelpFindKara quickly became a trending topic on Twitter. Her tweet was retweeted more than 10,000 times and favorited more than 3,000. The police received more than 6,000 phone calls from friends and strangers reporting her tweet. However, it was then revealed that Alongi's tweet was untrue. People then found out that Alongi tweeted this and then called a cab to pick her up down the street from her house. A security camera filmed her at a railway train station in New Jersey the day after she tweeted. Many news shows featured this story on their programs. So what? This Twitter hoax is a perfect example of disinformation. People were led to believe that Alongi was seriously in danger. She misled thousands of people who were genuinely worried about her safety. These people believed they had the whole story about what really happened to Alongi. Any police investigation costs money. However, the police have never given a figure on how much the investigation cost. Alongi wasted police money on an investigation that was started just because of her tweet. Postman would probably be disgusted at this hoax and criticize Twitter and the internet for producing even more disinformation than TV news. Example number 2. Lohan tweeted this on April Fool's Day and got a huge reaction to it, more than 10,000 retweets and 3,000 favorites. The tweet turned out to be a not-so-funny April Fool's Day prank. Many official Gossip magazine Twitters tweeted about the story. Postman would say that this information is superficial and unimportant. He might even be disgusted that something like this receives so much attention on the internet. Wikipedia. When you search Wikipedia on Google, the first link that is shown is obviously the link to the website. Underneath the link, there is a description of the website. It says, Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia that anyone can edit. This right there is the problem. People can change facts or even make up facts on Wikipedia even if it is wrong. There are fact checkers, but not all of the wrong information gets checked right away. Example number 1. John Siegenthaler was Robert F. Kennedy's administrative assistant. In 2006, Siegenthaler's Wikipedia page claimed that he was somehow directly involved in the assassinations of JFK and RFK. This story was on his Wikipedia page for more than 100 days. This is certainly an example of disinformation, information that is misleading. Many people probably viewed this and assumed that it was true. Siegenthaler wrote an article angrily disputing this information. Example number 2. In high school, my friend changed the Wikipedia page of Disney Channel star Debbie Ryan and wrote that she was dating a friend of ours as a joke. While this is not as serious as accusing someone of being involved in 2 murders, it still goes to show how easy misleading people on the internet is. Now this. This phrase is a means of acknowledging the fact that the world as mapped by this speeded-up electronic media has no order or meaning and is not to be taken seriously. Postman, page 99. An example of this can be shown once again through Twitter. Magazines, newspapers, and gossip columns have official Twitters that tweet news stories and links to their websites with the full story. Now this is the phrase TV news shows use all the time to transition from one story to the next. Postman says this phrase is used to show that what you had just seen and heard has no relevance to what you will hear and see next. Even though the Twitter pages do not use "now this," you can still see Postman's point shown on Twitter. Tweets from these official accounts have no order, and the subject jumps from serious matter to trivial matters tweet after tweet. USA Today's Twitter goes from tweeting about a possible shooter at the University of Rhode Island to tweeting about new names for meat and a Facebook for Android. These topics are unrelated and are in no order and do not have relevance to each other. This is again illustrated on the Huffington Post Twitter page. They go from superficial topics like the benefits of coffee to a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. Conclusion. Postman criticizes TV news in his book, and I believe he would criticize the internet just as heavily. The internet just produces even more disinformation and allows more people to see it faster.